So what do you need to focus on when you're running your business? That's what we're going to talk about today. 3 areas that you need to focus on while running your business. What's going on? It's your man, Dr. Will. You guys know the deal. As you're coming in, let me know what city, what state, what country you are chiming in from. Even if you're watching this on the replay, let me know what city, what state, what country you are chiming in from. I'm here in the beautiful city of Phoenix, Arizona, where God vacations. So wherever you are in the world, let me know what city, what state, what country you are chiming in from. I have both my online families here. I have Facebook here. I have Instagram here. I have YouTube here. So if you see me looking back and forth, that's why I'm looking back and forth. I see Mesa's in the house. Mesa, Arizona's in the house. So that's why I'm looking back and forth. So let's talk about it, guys. 3 areas to focus on when you're running your business, when you're running $1 million business. I was sitting here in my office and just going over our day-to-day things that we do here. And I thought this would be advantageous to share it with you because a lot of people that are running businesses are entrepreneurs. They tend to get burnt out. They tend to get exhausted in the day-to-day. So we've created inside of our business, inside of my coaching practice and inside of my company, we've created some frameworks that we use to help us stay on track. And that's what I'm going to share with you today. I have an interview I got to do at the top of the hour. So I'm not going to be long with you guys, but just wanted to share it with you. So number 1, the first thing you need to focus on is your mental health. That's right. Your mental health. I don't know how many entrepreneurs that I talk to, how many business owners that I talk to that run themselves raggedy. They just run themselves into the ground and they're not focusing on their mental health. Now, I was in the military, and when I was in the military, we used to use a lot of acronyms to break down ideas. And so that's the same thing that I do in my business and in my personal life. I use a lot of acronyms. And when we're talking about mental health, the first acronym that we use inside of our business is CORE, C-O-R-E. And the question we're always asking ourselves, are we living from our core? Are we living from our core? And CORE stands for clarity, opportunities, relationships, and experiences, right? Clarity, opportunity, relationships, and experiences. So when it comes to your mental health, you always want to find yourself in a place of clarity, meaning I'm doing what I want to do, or I either have a plan to transition into doing what I want to do. The saddest thing is to invest your life doing something that you don't like to do or that you don't want to do. So are you absolutely clear that you're living the life and the lifestyle that you want to live? The second thing is looking for opportunities to do that. Once you get clear, have you found opportunities to do that? So for me, when I got clear on the lifestyle that I wanted and how I wanted to live my life, I looked for an opportunity to do that. For me, it was being an entrepreneur and having my own company. That was the opportunity for me to live out my clarity. That's why I became a business owner. That's why I'm an entrepreneur, because it gives me the best opportunity to live out my clarity. You know, I want to be able to wake up when I want to wake up. I want to be able to set my hours. I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to be a part of my family's life. Whenever I want to be a part of their life, I don't want to have to go ask somebody. So for me, I was very clear on that. And being an entrepreneur gave me the opportunity to do that. The next thing is the R, right? Relationships. What are the most important relationships to you in your life? And then I want you to look at your life and see if it's lining up. So if you say, you know what, my family is the most important thing to me, my friends are the most important thing to me, then I want you to then look at your life and see if they are lining up. And many times they're not. I talk to so many entrepreneurs and they say, I'm doing this for my family. And so then I say, when's the last time you went on vacation with your family? Well, I don't have time for that. When's the last time you went to your daughter's soccer game? When's the last time you went to your son's recital? Well, I'm grinding. I don't have. So you're not in alignment. You're not in alignment. So you need to get back to your core, right? If your family, friends are most important to you, you need to get back to your core. Last thing in this area is experience. How do you want to experience this amazing world that we live in? We live in an amazing world. So how do you want to experience it? It's over 200 countries. How many of them do you want to visit? If you live here like me in the United States, there's 50 states. How many of them do you want to visit? So how do you want to experience this life? That's how you check your mental health. Always asking yourself, am I living from my core? Second thing you want to focus on when operating and running your business is your business health. Your business health. Are you operating a healthy business? Once again, we have another acronym. We create genius businesses. I created for myself a genius business. What is a genius business? A genius business is a business that you have gratitude about, meaning every morning you're grateful to get up. I'm excited about getting up every single morning. I have gratitude in my heart because I actually love doing what I do. The next thing is the E, right? You have gratitude, and then the E, are you excited about it, right? Are you excited about the business and the company that you're operating? The N is net profiting. We want to make sure that you are actually earning money. That's the purpose of a business, to earn money. So in a genius business, we focus on the numbers. We focus on the numbers. We call it revenue generating activities. So are you net profiting? Then we have the I, innovative. Is your business, is your company innovative? Like right now, I'm loving AI because I get to be innovative inside of my company. We get to use AI and be innovative. The U is unique. Your business should be uniquely yours, meaning it should be designed for you. It should be designed for you, right? It should work for you. It should, once you get clear on the type of life you want to live, you should build out a business that supports that idea. So my business supports my lifestyle. I didn't create a business and then try to fit my life in it. I created my life and then built a business that supports that life. So they're never competing. They're never competing. My business exists to support my life. Does that make sense? So I want you to have a business that exists to support your life. So you need to make sure it's uniquely yours. And then the S in genius business, it stands for systemize. That's where you're going to get that freedom. That's where you're going to get that freedom, right? When you look at your business, is it systemized? That's where you're going to get the opportunity to travel. That's where you're going to get the opportunity to be there with your family because your business is systemized, right? Is that making sense? So that's a genius business. It's gratifying, right? I'm excited about it. It's net profiting. It's innovative. It's unique, and it's systemized. That's a genius business. Right? So all of my clients that I work with, that's the structure that we set up. We create for them a genius business, a business that they can wake up every single morning and have gratitude in their heart and be excited about, a business that's net profiting, a business that's innovative, a business that's uniquely designed for them, and a business that's systemized that gives them the freedom to live the life they want. The third area that you want to focus on is your team health. Is your team health, right? If you're running an organization, $1 million business, you're going to have a team. And so you need to make sure your team is healthy. The acronym for that is SOLVE. We use the SOLVE formula. So when you're looking at your team, when organizations bring me in, to work with their executives and work with their leaders, we work off of the solve formula. And solve, once again, we look at the structure of your business. Is your business structured correctly? That's the S in solve. Then we look at how your business is organized. What's the organization inside your business look like? The L stands for leadership. So we look at the leaders. What type of leaders do you have inside your organization? I believe that everybody in your organization is a leader. So the question then we have to ask ourselves is, what type of leader are you? And that begins to get every individual in the organization thinking about themselves as a leader. And I challenge them and I say, how many of you have had a bad leader before? We've all had bad leaders before. Well, is that the type of leader you want to be? How many of us have had excellent leaders before? Is that the type of leader you want to be? So there's a choice to be made in your leadership. What type of leader do you want to be? And are you doing what it takes to be that type of leader you want to be? The V in solve is vision. You have to have a vision, right? A vision is what motivates you, inspires you. A vision is what gives you a target, lets you know where you are going. See, in business, it's not always going to be roses. It's not always going to be hunky-dory. There's been many times in my business that it wasn't comfortable. But my vision is what kept me motivated. The vision is what let me know that what I was feeling, what I was facing was temporary. See, without the vision, I would think that I was stuck. But because I had a vision, I knew that whatever we were facing as a company, it was temporary. That we weren't going to be stuck here. That it wasn't always going to be like this. That we're going somewhere. That we have some direction. That's what vision does for you. And then that last element of solve is execution. How are we executing on our goals? How are we executing on our key performance measures? And so we look at this in our business, and this is our solve formula. So in those three areas, you want to check your mental health. That's living from your core, C-O-R-E. That's living from your core. Get real clear on how you want to live your life. Right? Where are the opportunities available to allow you to do that? What are the most important relationships to you? And then how do you want to experience life? That's your mental health. That's how you're going to keep your mental health intact. Then the second thing we talked about was your business health. And for that, we say we want to have a genius business, a business that is gratifying, a business that is exciting, a business that is net profiting, a business that is innovative, a business that is uniquely yours, and a business that is systemized. And then for your team health, we want to use the solve formula, right? We want to use the solve formula. What's your structure? What's your organization look like? What's your leadership look like? What's your vision look like? And what's your execution looks like? So those are three main areas that you want to focus on and make sure that you're always refining those three areas. Those are the three main areas. When I look at my business, it starts with me as the CEO, as the leader. Everything, you know, if I was in church, it would say the anointing flows from the head down, right? Everything, John Maxwell says, everything rises and falls off of leadership. And so as the leader of the company, as the leader of the organization, you want to make sure that your mental health is intact. And the way you do that is to always challenge yourself and say, am I living from my core? Am I living from my core? And then with business health, are we running a genius business? And then with team development, are we using the solve formula, the solve principles to manage and govern our business? Well, guys, I got to get ready for an interview today. I hope this really helped you out. I'm always thinking in my office, what type of information can I share with you guys that's really going to make the difference, right? That's really going to change things in your life. So I hope these three things that we covered today will give you something to think about. Hey, tag another entrepreneur, tag another leader in this video. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe. Guess how much it costs to subscribe? Guess how much time it takes? Boom, a nanosecond to subscribe. All right, guys, have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you later.